Hello everyone. In my previous video, I have talked about that how you can create your custom skill and using the custom skill, how you can do like incident categorization. So you put some short description, you put the description based on the short description and description. LLM will understand that and LLM will give you the category and subcategory. That we have discussed that. In today's video, we'll talk about that how you can use the tool editor and using the tool editor, how you can fit that in your LLM or in your skill. So in previous sessions, if you recall that whenever we are testing that skill incident categorization, although they understand the problem and they're giving me that category and subcategory, but sometime what was happening, the category and subcategory they are providing, they might not be available to the actual incident record. So we need to fit the LLM or we need to fit these skill so that it can only give the category and subcategory that is actually available to this service now. So we are going to provide more data or more power to this LLM so that it can do more specifically identify the category and subcategory. So we are going to use the tool editor. Using the tool editor, we are going to do that. So let's start one by one. So if you see that, if I go back to this incident record here, so this is the incident record. We'll copy this number and go back here and then click run test. Put this incident number here. And if I click run, what will be happen? It will give me that category and subcategory if you seen my previous video. So it will give me that category equal to model training, subcategory equal to job execution failure. Now, if I go back to the incident table, does we have any category subcategory? No, we don't have any category and subcategory related to this. The problem here is that in that case, what is happening? It is giving me some random category and subcategory that actually does not exist to this um, model. So for that, we need to fit to that LLM so that give me this and this category and subcategory. Um, I need to feed this LLM so that LLM understand that I can categorize within these and these, not randomly, right? So we can feed that. For that, we can use the tool editor. Before I do that, I'll update little bit about this name called incident categorization. Instead of that, I'll put like task categorization. Why I'm doing that thing, I'll talk little bit later. But for the timing, let's assume that I'm going to update called task categorization. So I'm going to put like task categorization. And then here, I'll put like task. Okay, why I'm doing will let you know in minute, but I just updated the name called task categorization. Let's go back to here in this prompt editor. If I click this prompt, so instead of here called incident, I'll put called let's say table name called task. So I'm pointing to the task right now. Here I put the task as a name. Here I'll put the task. So everything got changed to the task. Now we are going to put something. Okay, so we are going to update this prompt. So this prompt called incident record was using like this is the prompt that was using. I want to update that prompt. Okay, so that it's instead of giving me the randomly, it should give me some sort of thing. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll click here called update prompt here. We'll click this update prompt here. Now here I can manually update this prompt or else I can click this, you can see that icon and then click AI generated. Here I can put information and that can be generate prompt for me. Okay. So ultimately this prompt here you can see that it was previously was V1 and as I click this update, it is created a V2 and this is in a draft version, right? We can give some prompt here. Based on that prompt, it can generate that prompt. Okay, so let me put something here. So I'll copy this text. So I already noted down something. I'll put here. So if I increase this prompt, let's see that what I'm telling here. Okay, so if you see that what I'm saying that based on the incident short description and description, understand the actual problem um, from the incident information and provide me the incident category and subcategory. This is pretty much similar than earlier what I said. And after that, what I am saying that incident category and subcategory should be picked from the below example JSON format as a input. So I'll take an input, um, and the system should be picked the category and subcategory from that input. Category and subcategory are dependent value. As you know that if I go here, if I select inquiry help related category and subcategory are there. If I click the hardware related category and subcategory are there. So the system should be picked from there. And then what I'm saying that if category could not be mapped, then provide me category as a none. And if subcategory could not be identified, provide me as a none. So that's what I'm saying basically. So if it is cannot be mapped, give me that value equal to none, right? So this is what I'm telling. And if I click this generate AI prompt here, what it will be happen, it will analyze this the English language, and it give me a prompt here. See, this is the prompt it give me. Okay. Now you can read that, and then you can see that that's what it is giving me. Okay. Now I can click this insert, and this is my new, new information. But if you recall that if I scroll down that the old information is still there, I think. So let me check, re-verify that. No, old information is still there. Yeah. So if you see that the old information is still there. See, it is added on top of the old information. I will remove this old information, and then this is the new information that I just want to paste here. Okay. So this is the information that I have mentioned here. So let's go back here, and then now here under this input, what I will do, I'll again map here. So I'll put here comma and then insert, then task this time. Then I'll map to the short description. Now the problem here is that if you see that this is in a JSON format, what it is saying that this is the category. It's telling that category equal to hardware, subcategory equal to this, and then after that category equal to software, this way it is asking me to put that, right? So I need to put this, I need to feed this information somehow. Okay. Now how I can feed this information, right? Simply I can copy this information and then go back to the skill editor. So skill editor is a tool where we can feed some information to our prompt. You can see this is the prompt that you are seeing incident record. In this incident record, we can feed something. Okay. So you can click this plus sign here. Then we can click this tool node and then click add. Okay. And in this case, we can put something here. Okay. We can put like how we want to fetch that, right? So for the simplicity purpose, I will select the tool equal to script and then click the configure tool. And then here we can select that write my own script. Okay. Then I can put like call category. So this is my code name here. And then in this case, I need to do like this. I need to return this category and subcategory as a JSON format. So this is my JSON format. I need to return this category and subcategory, right? So let me do that. So what I will do here, I'll remove this case and then I will remove these things from here. Let me expand this. So I'll remove this all from here and then I'll declare a variable. So let's declare a variable called. So this is my variable I have declared and then I am going to end this one. So this is my variable and these have the category and subcategory, everything. Now I'll copy this, then I will paste here. Okay. And let me format this code. So I'll just click this format code. So what I did actually, basically, I created a variable called category cat, and these have the category information. All these categories storing here one by one, and each category have a hardware like that. All this information are there, as you can see that. Okay, under this subcategory are there. Now we need to, if you see that what we have like hardware, then we have software, network, database, hardware, software, network, all these are available here. As you can see, hardware, software, network are there. Then inside the hardware, what type of subcategory we have? We have CPU, disk, keyboard, memory, monitor. So we'll put like here called. Now these things, instead of like this one, you can actually query to the sys choice table and then get this information, like query to the sys choice table and get this information and put here. We'll do that a little bit later, but I can click this continue. Okay. Now this is that options. We'll click this next. We'll click this continue. We'll click this continue, and then we click add tools. So this will add me a basically, if you see, it's a data source that have some script. You can see this have some script, right? Now what I will do on the finally, I'll go here under this prompt editor again, and here I need to put this information, right? So I need to put this information somewhere here. So I'll click here and then I'll click insert. This time I will click the category and then click output, and that's it. So it added the output here. Okay, let me save that and see how it is behaving right now. Okay, so I just saved that. Let me pick this one, 731. Okay, and then go back here, run test, click this 731, run test, and let's see what it is giving me that. It's giving me the software and then value is application. Let's see that what we have in this script. Do we have software and application, this kind of value? Go to this tool editor. We have a software have application, that's give me that. So it's giving me from the software and then application. Now this is actually mapped to the software. You can see this incident actually by default mapped to the software, and then subcategory is could be like email and operating system. If we put something called email and operating system, it might not be detect and give me the none. So at least it's giving me something more realistic instead of other thing, right? I have already written a code. So let me close this one and then go back to this here, type call background script. And then if I go and then open this background script module, paste my code and then run that, as you can see that it is giving me the pretty much same responses as we are expecting. So we are going to query to that, giving me that all these available options and all these things are giving me, right? So this is pretty much giving me all this option. What I'll do here, I'll go back to this again skill editor and then expand that. And instead of this one, what I will do, I will paste my code here, and then definitely I'll discuss with you. I'll turn off this info and then I will return this result. Okay. So what I am doing basically, I am querying to this sys choice table, and then based on this incident table, I am getting this all this choice field. And after that, I'm querying to this sys choice table with this subcategory, and finally I'm mapping them. Okay. So this is the code I have pasted here. Let me continue, do all these steps again, and then save changes. And now let's go back to this prompt again. Now click run test, run this with this 41 incident again, and let's see how I'm getting. So it's give me the hardware, but software it give me the none because it was trying to map with the printer, it couldn't. As I have very less incident into this instance, I am not able to, AI will understand, and then based on the user response, it will learn and give me that. So you can see that it give me that correct like software and email. So this way you can, like, if you give, you keep using this AI, it will understand and then it will try to, give you the proper responses. So right now my code is right, everything is working fine. I'm able to fit that using these, here. If you click here, if you want to know that what is happening in the code, you can click here. It give you the runtime responses. So this is the runtime responses. You can see the response and request tab is there. So if I go back to the prompt editor here, and then click this ground prompt, you can see that what and click these tools and select that tools called category and subcategory. You can see that it give actually the read the code, and this is the response it is generating. Okay, so this response it is generating basically. So so you can actually debug also in these tools here. Okay, so let me finalize this version. So you can see that this is the finalized version. I'll click this, finalize this one, and then after finalize that, you can see right now I have till to one. This is the v1, this is the v2. I'll click this publish so that v1 will be override and then v2 will be only available. So I'll click this publish, click yes. Our v2 is merged with the v1. So you can see you can update your prompt in case if you want. You can see I have updated this prompt in case if you want, and then you can check that. So let me check here in the NowAssits tool. This is working perfectly fine or not. So we'll copy this incident number called 905 and then say that I'll click this look goods, and you can see that it give me that software and email. So it is updated here also. That's how you can update your prompt. You can feed your prompt by other sources, like not only the script, there are many other sources you can try to use that. There are we'll discuss in further, like there are using the flow, retriever, skill, subflow, web search, predictive intelligence. We can do that. So we will use in the future, but at that moment I just show you that how we can do that.